Hello and welcome to the show. So today we have another challenge for you. This one was sent in by a viewer on our last video. Basically we have to try and get a C-class car to 200 miles an hour. Now that sounds rather mental, to be honest, which is why we're going to try and do it. I don't know if we'll get near it. We're going to see how fast we can get anyway. We're each going to have 2 cars to modify so we can give it the best shot we can.
I can't see it. I can't see us doing very well here, to be honest with you.
No. Right. The first car you see here in a cloud of smoke is this is my car. This is a Chevrolet El Camino. It has got 728 horsepower, which is an awful lot. It's also got a Corvette ZR1 engine in it, 600 odd torques. It's phenomenally fast. Other upgrades. It has upgraded brakes because it needs to stop at the end of this road. And it has got upgraded gearbox because muscle cars have 4 gears for some reason. Why do American muscle cars have 4 gears? But yes, they are the upgrades on this. It is C-Class, it's about 402. And yeah, it is a very, very quick car. Benchmarking, it reckoned it would do 187-ish, which is pretty damn good. There are some problems. I should really have upgraded the suspension. As you can see, this car is twitchy. And
You're
on
driving
this
a
road...
boat.
Yeah, basically it is driving, it's horrendous. This road is not as smooth as you would think or as it looks. Every little bump you hit with this car when you're going 170, 180, it just sort of goes on, it's just sort of like minor flicks and direction changes. It's really quite difficult to drive. I was a little bit brave through that corner and may have clipped the wall. It's just mental through there. I braked a little bit too late, but the first run it survived. And it was pretty quick. It did 183 miles an hour. We're kind of doing like the Guinness World Record runs where you have to go both ways and it'll average it out. So it's not a bad run from the El Camino. And you have a salesman's Mercedes.
Yes, I do. I have a Mercedes C-Class AMG. Obviously, got to go for the AMGs. Yeah, I went the different route. I went for more European cars because I like European. I don't really like American muscle cars. But yeah, this is the Mercedes. Now, for the people who have seen this, the PI standard, it is quite high. I think it's just over 400, I think. Don't quote me on that. Should have done my research, but yeah. It's just over, so I only had to do, well, I could only do minimal engine upgrades, but it is quite quick anyway. I mean, take the limiter off it. According to it, I did some small engine upgrades, and I just tried to make it as light as possible by changing a few other things. It said it could do 187. Now, obviously, when I came, I didn't. The benchmark isn't really that accurate, but I had to go anyway. This can actually turn the corner, whereas Alex's can't. I did get a bit close to the wall.
A little bit close.
But yeah, so it was quick. 335 brake and about 300 pounds-feet of torque. So it's not as powerful as Alex's, but mine got up to 184. I think.
You're gonna stop. You're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop.
I'm not gonna stop. No, it's fine. See, look, I didn't crash.
God.
It was a.
You were so lucky through
I didn't crash. It's fine.
How did you get that stopped in time? Oh wait, for the second
I did
one,
upgrade the brakes.
I'm going to show you the telemetry. Hopefully, if you watch this in high enough definition, you'll be alright seeing it. And now you will see how wobbly the El Camino was. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, I put turbos on it. How did I forget I put turbos on it? Yes, there were turbos on this. I can't remember if there were 2 or if there were 1. There was some form of turbocharging on it. So yeah, this is insanely fast. You see here, 183, oh, it flicked. There's 184 there. It flicked to it, and then it hit a bump. And as you can see, this is the problem that I was having. Where you can see how much I'm having to work the steering, and then I kind of chickened out of it. I got my 184, which is good enough for me. Yeah, the El Camino, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's very quick, but yeah, bumps are not its strong point.
Now, the Mercedes was quite a lot more composed. You can see here, if you look at the steering, I'm doing minimal steering. I just sort of pointed it in a vague direction, just let it go.
That's the advantage of having a modern car.
It is, yes. Rather than I did have, Oh yeah, I did have turbos on it. I forgot about that as well. Yay!
Wow, we're useless.
Yeah, we are useless, aren't we? But yeah, I wasn't having as much luck. Obviously, coming down the other way on the Mulsanne Straight, it is quicker because you get the corner out of the way nearer the beginning of it. I only managed 179. Oh no, 180. Sorry.
180.
I got 180, and then I did brake fairly late.
You were really testing those braking limits on these cars.
Yeah, we are. But yeah, I just trying to get it just that little bit more, but I couldn't. So 180 for me.
Okay, so this is your second car. What's this? You've got a body kit on an M5. What have you done?
I have. Yeah, you know. Well, to be fair, I only did the body kit purely the fact that it actually made it on the thing quicker on like the little speedo thingy for some unknown reason. But yeah, this is mine. BMW.
Drag, maybe.
Possibly yes, but yeah, BMW M5. This was obviously my second car, and this was even higher PI than the Mercedes, so I could pretty much do nothing to it at all. I made it a bit I did the body kit, which didn't change the PI at all, which is quite handy. But yeah, this is running about 330 brake, and it's got less torque than Mercedes, but it was still pretty quick. I was surprised. I mean, I think it's slightly more aerodynamic. Doesn't look it, but it felt, and it was a bit more twitchy, which I was surprised at. But yeah, so it was still a good car though. It was quick. I generally thought it wouldn't be because of the fact that I couldn't really do anything to it. I had to do mostly weight. I couldn't really do power because it was such high PI anyway. But yeah, so I managed a fairly good run. I think it was 177.
173 on your first. I've got it written down.
173.
Here. And you got
173.
You didn't go on the gravel.
I did get stop in time. Yeah, I did stop in time, which is quite handy.
Now this is my second car. It is a Ford Transit, and it might have all the aerodynamical properties of a barn. However, it does have a V8 supercar engine in it, which is always a good thing, as you will hear as it comes through here. It's an incredibly loud van. But yes, this has got 688 horsepower. If you combine both your cars, I don't think you beat my El Camino, or this for that matter.
No, I didn't, no.
So yeah, this is phenomenally powerful. The very important upgrade on this, and it's very easy to forget, is you need to upgrade the differential on the Transit. If you drive a normal differential, basically, with a big engine it just spins one wheel. And yeah, it just doesn't go anywhere. So you have to have an upgraded diff if you want to put in a V8 supercar engine. Not really surprising, considering the amount of power you're suddenly putting through it. But this is incredibly hard to drive. It's like the El Camino. Again, it hit a bump and it goes all over the place. I did a one engine upgrade, I think, on it as well, and that pretty much maxed the PI out. So I had nothing left for suspension or brakes, which, yeah, makes it interesting through the bumps. It suffers the same sort of swerving all over the road. It's very hard to control. And I chickened out, wouldn't go flat around the corner, and then get stopped down the end. However, it did do 180 miles an hour, which is pretty damn impressive.
That's insane for like just a box. Yeah, so this is the run back down, as you can see with all the telemetry here. Much like the Mercedes, very planted, just sort of point it in a vague direction and just let it do its thing.
Your cars were so controllable. It's strange watching these compared to what I had. It's not bad.
You can see that it's going to... Yeah, it's quite good actually. I was surprised. I mean, I just pointed it and it did itself. I had to small corrections, but yeah, 174 I think I got, and that was the fastest it would go. It would not get anything else. 175. Yes, that's there we go. 170. Yeah, that was it. But yeah, I did get a bit. I just kept thinking I could get more out of it, and then I sort of forgot where I was.
Ooh,
and then saw the wall coming up a bit.
Ooh. I'm not sure if that actually did any...
No, it didn't do any damage. That was the weird thing. It did no damage at all. I don't know why, but yeah. 175.
Okay, onto the telemetry of the Transit. This is on bonnet view, but the Transit has no bonnet, so yeah. As you can see, instantly this is more sort of bouncy, swervy, twitchy. Yeah, it's incredibly difficult to drive. But yeah, we're already going 178. We're gonna hit 180. Ooh, maybe. There we go. It's at 180 again. It's a ridiculous... Oh, 181, there we go. It's incredibly, just stupidly hard to drive this thing. It weighs 4,000... It's actually not that much heavier than the El Camino. Both are very heavy cars. But yeah, we're gonna stop. No, whoa.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you may have hit the wall then. Slow down. I'm good. We saved it. I'm going towards an M5. There's an M5 there. And we stopped. It's all good. But yeah, there we go. That was the Transit. So overall, Transit averaged 180.5, and there's a close-up of an M5.
Yay!
Oops, may have nudged you.
Now you just hit me.
Bit there.
What are you doing?
It's a DLC car in the box or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't got. I've got hardly any DLCs.
Yeah. But, there we go. We failed to hit 200 miles an hour, but I think we did pretty well for some C-Class
We did
cars.
well for C-Class. For
The
C-Class
El
cars,
Camino
that was amazing.
Yeah, is incredibly fast. The El Camino was the fastest, averaged 183.5. My Transit was the second fastest, 180.5, and then your C-Class averaged 179, and the M5 174. Still pretty impressive for C-Class, I have to say, and much faster than we were expecting.
Yeah, definitely. I never thought we'd even get past 150 mark. I mean, okay, I know that I didn't really. I started off with two cars that were just high, very high PI anyway. But yeah, so it sort of shows that having a lower PI and upgrading it probably is better.
Yeah.
Than starting off with a high
but
car.
that is it for this video. If you have any challenges, as ever, leave them in the comment section, and we will have a look through them. But yeah. I suspect there's probably faster cars that we could have used, but we didn't really know. We just guessed. But anyway, until next time, goodbye.